Pictorial integration of the lacunae was performed entirely with watercolours, distinguishing the areas that could be integrated by reconstructing missing motifs from those that could not be integrated because they were too large. Lacunae surrounded by well-conserved pictorial features were thus integrated by reconstructing the lost motif, leaving a slight undertone of the colour so that the treated area could be recognized up close. In contrast, the larger lacunae were treated with a background colour that blends with the general tones of the surrounding painting, without reconstructions, creating a uniform plane behind the surviving colours and allowing the forms to emerge. The treatment of the Amiriya Madrasa offered a rare opportunity to analyze the original techniques used by the artisans and artists. A raking light brings out the marks left by the measuring instruments on the fresh gypsum plaster. The curved lines of the compass and cord, the grids and preparatory drawing done with red ochre to give the artist a guide to follow while quickly painting the final composition. But here there is also imprecision, the mistakes and second thoughts that inevitably happen with a monumental system of this size. Parallel to the visual inspection, laboratory analyses were also performed to obtain a more specific identification of the constituent materials. All this information was made available in the final publication on the project. Yemen is rich in works of art, but has a highly fragile situation as regards their maintenance and conservation. The future of the Amiriya Madrasa rests on the possibility of carrying out a plan of periodical maintenance for the monument. For these two reasons, the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, General Directorate for Cooperation in Development, unhesitatingly responded to the request from the Yemeni authorities to finance a training course in wall painting maintenance for 6 local technicians. Organization and implementation of the course was assigned to the CCA. These 6 technicians had the opportunity to participate directly in the work, as well as following theoretical lessons, and they will ultimately look after the maintenance of the building and its paintings. The conservation program for the Amiriya Madrasa of Radà has ended. The paintings once again glow in all their magnificence, and the building is ready once again for worship and visitors. The destiny of this monument is now tied to the way it will be used and the way in which it will be maintained. This program involved a major commitment on many levels. From the technical and methodological standpoint, the treatment was performed without ever losing sight of the principles of preventive conservation, while also considering various requirements of the craft tradition and local culture, as well as the uses of a building for Muslim worship. From the logistico-organizational point of view, the Radà worksite offered a chance to carry out various initiatives, such as public information. Tourists, local and foreign authorities, and the media were welcomed throughout the project and given a tour of the worksite. This approach facilitated the growth of the general consensus that a project of this type greatly needs. From the viewpoint of social value, the treatment represented an event of great importance for the small community of Radà. The consistent use of local workers and materials and the presence of a group of Westerners represented for years a good income source for a very poor community. The fact that Radà, thanks to the presence of the restored Amiriya, has now become part of a tourist circuit represents an epochal change for the region as the local populace quickly discovered. From the viewpoint of the project's impact at the national level, the training course for 6 technicians has provided a basic approach that can have a positive, practical impact on maintenance of the country's cultural heritage. As to the sustainability of the results obtained with the treatment, the publication of volumes in Arabic, English and Italian, and 18,000 postcards for sale on site to build a maintenance fund represent a simple mechanism that can be self-supporting. The book publication also responded to another theme of importance to the CCA, that of circulation of the scientific results of the treatment. The book provides technico-scientific information on the paintings and a summary of the practical experiences involved in the work. A conservation program of the magnitude and importance of that of the Amiriya Madrasa called for a substantial financial commitment. In this case, we experienced the generous participation of the government of Yemen, with support from the Social Fund for Development, of the Government of the Netherlands and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Italy through the General Directorate for Cooperation in Development. Moreover, the project required a great personal and professional commitment on the part of all the personnel of the CCA, Centro di Conservazione Archeologica of Rome. Everyone contributed generously in view of a strong vocation for cooperation, demonstrating that the field of cultural heritage is not a place for competition, but an occasion for dialogue and collaboration between cultures and religions towards tolerance and peace.